We are back with Tim Watson, our local attorney, who is here to give us more useful information about the law and how it might help you. And today I understand Tim is going to talk to us about the justice system and how attorneys work within that justice system. Is that right, Tim?
Yeah, that's right. So it's Thanksgiving. We're getting close to Thanksgiving and the founding of our country. I figured would be a good topic for us to have today. So this is Tim's pre-Thanksgiving civics lesson.
Yeah.
A little refresher. Our government has three branches. The executive branch is headed by the president federally, or the governor in Arkansas, and they enforce the laws. Police force, law enforcement, those are all parts of the executive branch. The legislative branch, federally, that's Congress. In the state, that's the state legislature. They pass the laws. They make what become the black letter law. And then the judicial branch interprets and applies those laws. And so that's judges and juries.
Right.
And that's where attorneys and clients get into this mix.
Okay.
And so all these things work together, and ultimately an attorney works with a client to present the law to a judge to try to get a good result for the client.
I got that. So as an attorney, you're part of the judicial branch, right?
I am. Technically, attorneys are referred to as officers of the court. I'm an agent of the judicial system. And so an important interplay here between these branches. The legislature makes these laws, but the courts get to determine how these laws are applied and interpreted. And there are records of this. Previous judicial decisions become case law.
Okay.
And so when an attorney meets with a client, the real point is for the attorney to help understand what the facts are in that client's life, and then look at what the legislature has done and what the court has done before to see how the law applies to that client's life.
Okay.
And then help that client understand how the law works, and then the two of us go together in front of a judge or a jury and present that truth and ask for some relief.
Okay, got it. And then the judge and jury, they decide what the law says should happen on the proof that you show them. Tell me about that word proof.
Yeah, so, the truth is the truth. And a client comes in and they tell us what their story is, and we try to get an understanding of the facts. But then we have to have proof for that. And that proof might just be their testimony. A big part of what judges and juries do, they're called fact finders, is determine who's telling the truth. They determine what's credible. But what we hope to have a lot of times is maybe documents or some other video recordings or something else that might help us supplement the story that we're telling to a judge and a jury. Often there is another attorney telling a different story.
Sure.
And so having proof is what we hope to be able to present to a judge and a jury.
So I have to say I have limited knowledge of what it's like inside of a courtroom. Most of it is based on what I've seen on television, but usually when you're watching it on TV, there is a jury. But I know that sometimes it's just a judge. How does that get determined?
So if you have a judge, it's called a bench trial. If you have a jury, it's called a jury trial. And if you want a jury, except for in really limited cases, you get a jury. If you want a judge and the other side wants a jury, you're going to go in front of a jury, except in one of those limited cases. And I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
Because judges are elected, the president's elected, the governors are elected, the senators and congressmen are elected. A jury is not elected. A jury is just us. And a jury is our opportunity to actually be part of the government at the ground level and actually make law based on what's going on in people's lives.
Sure.
And so that's the role of an attorney in the judicial system, is to help a jury or a judge reach that determination and create some law.
Yeah, I love that. Do you have any advice for folks that have questions about how the system might work for them?
Yeah, surprisingly, call me is my advice. This is why I harp on this all the time. It's because communication about this is so important.
Yeah, for sure. You can see those details right there, located on Crossover. There's the website, watsonandwatsonlaw.com. And, of course, you can call 479-435-9051.